The Nifty 50. I'm here to talk to you about this, the Canon EF 50mm, but you already knew that from the title and from the thumbnail, and you're probably already deep down that rabbit hole of the YouTube algorithm, and it's thrown you yet another video of the Nifty 50. Really? Chainsawing? Do we have to do that now? I'm trying to talk about a cheap little lens here, come on! Give us a break. Let's battle through. If you're looking for a really in-depth review that's going to talk about number of lens elements, number of aperture blades, that's not this video. If that's what you're looking for, you might want to skip on past. But if you're more interested, like I am, on how a lens helps you become a better photographer and can possibly even add that little spark of creativity just when you need it, this video is for you. This video is for those that want to know why this lens, since buying it, has never left my camera bag. It's been a permanent feature in my arsenal no matter where I am. Now there's a couple of reasons behind that, and we're going to get into those right now. First off, why did I buy it? I bought it because I tried it. Turns out a friend of mine bought the exact same starting camera I did, the 1300D. I got it with a combo with a Tamron 70-300mm, which broke when I used it in the snow, but that's besides the point. He got a combo including the 50mm and the kit lens. Now we were out just walking around and he said, maybe you can show me some pointers and help me get a little bit more from it. I said, sure thing. He said, I'm going to bring that extra lens so you can see how it works. I said, alright. I wasn't really that bothered, but as soon as I screwed that on, I was bothered. Very, very bothered. Less than a month later, this was arriving from Amazon. And it got unpacked, used straight away, and it's been a permanent feature in the arsenal. One thing that makes it such a permanent feature is it's so small. If it weren't for the filter, that lens cap would be even further back. And it's so lightweight, and it's small. It's not a big lens. It doesn't take a lot. You could fit that in your pocket. If you really had to, you could put this lens in your pocket. So it's no extra weight, it's no extra size, it's no extra burden to carry with you. So it became a very quick, well, why not have it in the bag? Why not keep it in the bag? And that's what I've done. I guess next was the price. These are not expensive lenses. There's still a chunk of money in the real day world. This one I think I got it for £190. I don't know what the conversion is to dollars, but that's pretty much the cheapest lens you can get. And for the cheapest lens you can get, it's bloody amazing. Now we're jet washing, man. Jet washing. It just is not getting any better. It's such a nice lens. And why is it nice? It gives you that shallow depth of field. And it's at a focal length that is just a sweet spot for faking some macro shots, which I've done loads of, some portrait shots, and even some interesting landscapes that are a little bit more punched in than the normal wide angle that you see spammed everywhere. It's a very, very versatile lens, and I love it. I do. I think this is the one lens that, if it broke, I'm down the shop, I'm buying another one the very next day. No hesitation. If you're not familiar with shallow depth of field, and you're not familiar with focal lengths, and you're not familiar with lenses, this lens I'd probably describe to you as Portrait Mode Pro. It's going to do a better job than any phone camera can in faking that shallow depth of field look in your photos. Because it just does it. You set the aperture, the f-stop, we got a video about that. You set that to wide open, and suddenly all the backgrounds behind your subject are going to be just creamy, silky smooth. Need to clean these blinds. The biggest factor though in why this has stayed in the camera bag for the 3 years that I've had it, and it's never looked like being left at home, is the photos. It's the extra element, it's the extra option when you're out and about. See, I was primarily a landscape photographer. It's because I don't know how to approach people. I don't know how to get in the situations of taking portraits of people. And this allowed me to get something a little bit different. a little venture in towards the macro realm, playing with some bokeh. And a far cry away when you're using the wide open f8 from the kit lens that only allowed me to go to around about f4. This let me dabble from time to time when I felt like it, in just a quick shot of a friend, knowing that, actually, I'm not so bad at this. So what's prompted this video? Why now? Why 3 years on are you making this and saying that this lens is great, but I've waited 3 years to tell you? That's because I was recently asked by the same friend that first allowed me to use their version of this lens if I'd take some photos for them. The conversation went a little bit like this. Yes, of course I would. But then as we got closer to the day, you know, the doubt starts to flood in. Well, I'm pretty good at landscape. I can do a little bit of video work, and I'm alright at the old product and macro stuff. But people. I've done a little bit of people now, 3 years with this thing, and we've taken it for a spin every now and then, but this was going to be middle of the day, no golden hour, no, not this time, middle of the day, beating down sun, no shade, driving out to the location, Glendurgan, which is spectacular if you ever get a chance, by the way. I was feeling a little bit intimidated, a little bit nervous, and feeling like I might be a bit of a disappointment. Now I'm pretty secure in my editing skills, but I wasn't too confident that I was going to get anything that was going to resemble something anywhere near good. But that's where this old fella came in. As soon as I screwed this onto the camera, or technically the adapter, then the camera, everything changed. Started looking through the viewfinder, something popped in my brain. Old Trusty had come back and it had lit a fire. Suddenly we are taking photos everywhere, and we've ended up with a set of images that look absolutely fantastic, dropping them here and here for you. This was a saviour, pretty much a saviour. Looking through and using a kit lens, no matter how good that is, the 24-105 that's currently being used right now, it didn't give me that creative buzz that this did. As soon as this was on, we were rolling. I did mix in some shots with the 100mm macro. A video about that lens is probably coming soon, so stay tuned for that. It's Trusty. Old Faithful. You know that you're going to get a decent job with it, no matter the situation that you're going into. So when I was in a spot where I was a little bit nervous about executing correctly, I turned to this and it did not let me down. And I know there are many of you out there that have done exactly the same thing. And to anyone that's a prospective buyer, a prospective owner of a machine, this machine, which is the STM version, or maybe you're being fancy and you're looking for the RF version, the newer one. Should you buy this lens? I think if you've got this far to see in my video, you're pretty much decided that you're going to. And I'm going to tell you, it's probably a good idea. I don't think you're going to regret it. And if you do, you can probably flip it on eBay and only lost minimal money. Maybe none at all. But there's the chance, like me, that this will become your permanent fixture. This will become your Old Trusty. Everything now, isn't it? So I'm going to leave you with some of the shots right through the ages. From the first year, second year and third year of having this lens, just so you can see how it can grow with you as your skill improves. But for now, my name's Andrew. I'm really looking forward to the hairdressers reopening. Thanks for watching. Wipe at the lens, well, don't rotate the filter, nutter. It's sunny. It's actually sunny. We're in Cornwall and it's sunny. Oh!